Hey, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I want to try a different test, kind of my own methodology, something a little bit different, but I have a theory that a premium wheel cleaner with iron remover isn't a whole lot better than a really cheap wheel cleaner with iron remover. So today what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be comparing iron cleaner by Geon and Jay Leno's garage wheel cleaner. So I used Jay Leno's garage in another video. It was like, I don't know, $9-10 at Walmart, super cheap. This, I think I got on sale for 17 bucks. And all I wanna do today is, what I'm gonna do is something just very kind of different. You can see, definitely have a good amount of brake dust built up on the wheels on my Hyundai Elantra N. And what I'm gonna do is try to squirt the exact same amounts of product onto the front wheel. I'll do the Geon on this side and I'll do the Jay Leno's on the other side. We'll let it dwell for the same amount of time. I'm not gonna agitate it, and then I'm gonna spray them off. I'll let them dry off on their own, and then I will take a paper towel to see which wheels got cleaner. And so I definitely wanna see from just a no agitation test, will this be able to do it? And as you guys know, I just use this groundwork from, where did I get this? From Tractor Supply Store. I don't want to introduce pressure. Sometimes I think pressure in these tests, especially high volumes of water, really throw off the results. So guys, this is just for fun, right? Because I can't completely control how much product comes exactly out of each of these. I just can't. It's really hard to do. I can measure it out, put it in our own spray bottles. That's too much work. Now, they both appear to have the same sprayers on them, so I'm hoping about the same amount of product comes out, and that is about all we can do. So we're gonna go ahead, jump right into it, and see which one of these does a better job. I have a feeling that it's gonna be pretty comparable. Most wheel cleaners that I've seen always need agitation, but this is just a fun test. Let's just try it for fun. Let's see how it goes. All right, so what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do 20 sprays per wheel. Now, what's hard with this test is it's not 100% that I can get the product everywhere or have it be completely fair, but this is just for fun. I just kind of want to see. So we're going to do 20 sprays here, and then we'll let it sit for 2 minutes and then rinse it off, and we'll do the same on the Jay Leno side. We'll come back, dry it, and see if any of these actually clean better than the other without any agitation. And you know what? Let's do 25 sprays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let me go ahead and start the timer. We'll come back here when it is time to rinse this off. I'm gonna set it for 2 minutes. We'll come back in, rinse it off, and see how it does. All right, it's been 2 minutes, so it's definitely pulled a lot of iron off, melted a lot. It still is pretty consistent. On the wheel, you can see right there, some of the spots didn't quite get filled in, so that's kind of where this test can be tough. But here's what I'm gonna do with the water. It's really hard to guarantee how much water comes out of this and the pressure that it does. But what I'm gonna do, I have it pumped up, and I am just gonna spray it for 30 seconds. And at the end of 30 seconds, I'm gonna stop. And I'll do the same with the other wheel. So going now. I do have some protection on these wheels. I use the Purist Phobic shampoo. Just a couple more seconds here and stop. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're gonna let this kind of dry on its own. We'll go over to the Jay Leno side. Look at all of that. This really, I've been really impressed with this product. It does a really good job. It really kind of comes out like a gel. I definitely have protection on the wheels, and so it's held up to that. So hopefully, man, look at all that. It's done a really good job. Let's go ahead, try the Jay Leno side, and do the exact same procedure. Let these wheels dry, then we'll come out and we'll test them. All right, Jay Leno side, 25 sprays. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Okay, so I can already tell that the coverage isn't as good with the sprayer, and I don't want to ruin this test, but I can tell not as much product went around because of the sprayer. I'm gonna add 5 more sprays. The coverage, I'm gonna hold true. I just don't, I can already tell what this will do. But let me go ahead and spray about 8 more sprays. I know this isn't completely covered that great. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I still don't think this has as good a coverage due to the sprayer on this. You can see I have it in the most wide open setting. The Geon really kind of sprayed a lot wider, so I will be shocked if the Jay Leno's actually does well on this test. I think I need to go several more times to make sure I have complete coverage, but I am going to roll with that and we'll go from there. All right, it's been 2 minutes. Let's go ahead and spray for 30 seconds. I will say this seems to go on the surface thicker. So I know I kind of said the Geon is kind of like a gel. This is more like a gel. The other one, Geon spread so much better on the wheel. Now, whether this is thicker, maybe it needs a longer dwell time, I don't know. And really interesting to see that the Phobic shampoo that I used from Purist is still holding up. You can see the wheels repelling water, and we are done. So that is what it looks like. It's really hard to say. I think Geon's going to do better just because even though I gave the Jay Leno's Garage more sprays, I don't think it covered as well because the product comes out a lot thicker. The Geon really spread really nicely, a lot more water, I would say, watery, if that's the right term. That's the flow in terms of the iron remover coming off of there. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and let this sit. So we're just going to let this sit. We're going to let it dry, and I'll come back in with my paper towels, and we'll do a couple sections to test how clean they are. I will say at first glance, the iron from the Geon seemed a lot thicker. It seemed darker. This appears to me that this has not pulled off as much iron off of the wheel. Over there, it looked a lot darker, a lot thicker, and I don't know. That's just kind of my first observation, but we'll go ahead, let this dry, then we'll come back in with the light and be able to see what these products did and do a quick comparison. All right, so this is the Geon side after it's dried. So I just have one ply here of paper towels. I'm gonna fold it up in just a couple small sections. And the first area I'm gonna do is just the N center cap and just see if there's anything left over. As you guys can see, you know, definitely some areas in the barrel and different spots where we would need to get. So let's just go over that. So I don't know how well you can see, just a teeny bit right there at the top, but nothing crazy. Let's go ahead and pick this spoke over here. I'll go to a clean side, just wipe it. So that's all that came off of there. We'll go ahead and pick another just random spoke, and all of this just kind of obviously just depends on how well I sprayed it on there, so you can see there. And then we'll do one final go, and then we'll compare the paper towels in a second. Let's just go ahead and just do one area down here. You can see there. Okay, so overall, this is what the paper towel looks like. You can see definitely nothing too crazy or too heavy. I think it did a good job, but definitely not touchless. Let's go over to the Jay Leno side. Okay, over here, look at the Jay Leno side. Kind of form your own opinions just based on it, and I'm just gonna do the same thing. We'll start here in the end. So still got some of the iron remover. Wasn't completely quite dry, but yeah, just kind of similar to the other one. Let's go ahead and let's pick a random spoke here. So right there, go ahead and fold it. Let's go ahead and do this up here. Actually, that one is still a little bit wet. Let's do this one. So you can see that there. And then let's go ahead and do the inside of a barrel here. So right there. Okay, so this is my paint up here, definitely white. Pretty easy to tell the difference, especially on white paint. And this is the Jay Leno side. I apologize, guys. I know this test isn't 100% fair. It was really hard, you know, just kind of on the spray on, but definitely just like my naked eye and observing each wheelbarrow will, you know, up here, if I would have done this one, for sure dirtier, but it was pretty wet still. So overall, you can just see right there, see right there. And if I come back over here to the Geon side, so there, right there. So overall, I'd say pretty similar. But I do think the Geon definitely cleaned better, but by no means are these just a spray on, rinse off. So I definitely give the winner to the Geon. Obviously, guys, these sprayers, what's really hard, even if I put them in the same bottle, due to the viscosity of the product, it's not 100% certain, even with the same sprayer, that they would be applied the same way. The Geon just spread really nice, really even, had good coverage. The Jay Leno's I gave more sprays to, and overall, the wheel does appear to be a little bit cleaner on the Geon side, but not by much. So this is the difference. I hope you guys enjoyed this comparison. Obviously, guys, this is for fun. There's a lot of things that you can take from this. For the money, Jay Leno is really hard to beat, but Geon had great coverage, and both of them, you're still gonna have to clean and require different cleaning. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we will catch you on the next one.